YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we got another reaction, man, and today we reacting to Stylist Speaks. Hairstylist drags teen client over payment dispute. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think I've seen this before, but I think like they got more like story with it. You feel what I'm saying? Cause like I seen this before, like her dragging her out, but I think they, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I think they got like more to it now. So I'm gonna see what they talking about. And so technically reacting with you guys, kinda, sort of. You know, but hey, listen, we're just gonna see what they mean. Oh boy. Now, have you ever been a hairstylist and you dealt with a client that didn't pay you your money after you got done? What you did? Me personally, I'm not a hairstylist, so I wouldn't know how to. I couldn't answer that, but you know, I know a couple, I know a few. But you watching this video, I know you do hair. You do hair. Has anybody ever not paid you before? Oh, they have. My fault. You said get to the video? My bad.
If getting your money by any means was a person,
damn.
Don't want me to take her hair out. She don't want to pay me.
It'd be Jayla Cunningham.
The devil just was working.
She had her 15-year-old client's hair laid, but she said
15 years old, boy.
She never got paid. The money was sent to the wrong Cash App.
I never thought she was about to run off.
The girl allegedly ran, so Jayla dragged her from the window to the wall.
Like, if I can't get paid, you can't have the service.
A story millions of you have been talking about on the Shade Room, and y'all are divided about this.
That's not how you treat people.
You made the mistake, so fix your mistake.
And now a Shade Room.
Man, that's not how you treat people. I'm gonna be honest, bruh. If you, cause like, that's too much, like, time, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how y'all women is with y'all hair. I know that takes like time, bruh. And then the fact that you got somebody doing it for you and you ain't paying. I mean, she drug her in.
Exclusive. Not only has she been charged with assault, but the Shade Room got the receipts. This is not the first time she's been caught on camera getting scrappy with a customer.
This is why I don't want to be in this business in the first place.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
TSR Investigates type shit.
Jayla Cunningham has been doing hair in the DMV area since she was 14 years old. She's 18 now. She says she's...
How long ago was this? Damn, really? I thought she was older than that.
Spent about 4 hours doing this ponytail swoop style on her 15-year-old
4
client.
hours?
A style that she's...
4 hours. And like, y'all telling her that's not how you treat... I mean, like, that ain't how you treat people, but at the same time, it's like, bruh, 4 hours? And you not giving me my bread? Nah, G, nah, bruh.
Said she's never done before. We're blurring out the client's face because she's a minor, but when she did get it done and it was time to get that $150 payment, things got bad. Really bad. The client could not pay because her brother sent the money to the wrong Cash App. Things went from 0 to 100 from there.
So he sent the screenshot, and I'm like, that's not me.
There was a serious problem brewing. Stylist Jayla Cunningham said that she gave her client some grace at first and gave her time to figure out how to scrape up the $150 she owed.
I already had 25,000 followers before this, 70 on TikTok, and like, everybody know my name is Jayla. I'm like, that's not me. So she like, oh.
She says the young lady was on the phone with several people trying to get the money sent. No luck.
Give me a sec.
After her calling a couple times, she was like, I don't have it. That's all I had, and nobody can send it. Can my mother send it in 2 weeks when she get paid? I said, girl, I'm not trying to be petty, but no. Like, that's entirely too long, because like 2 weeks, it'll be time for a new hairstyle. Your mother would be ready to pay for a whole nother hairstyle. Like, in 2 weeks, that's just too long, honestly. So I'm like, no, somebody else got to send the payment. And she's like, well, I don't know what we about to do. And I said, well, the only other thing I can offer is to take out your hair. Like, I'll give you a wash and blow dry, but like, if I can't get the payment, you can't have the service, because that was on y'all end and not mine. She like, I do understand that, but I don't want my hair taken out. I like my hair, so I'm just about to get somebody to send it. I'm like, okay, cool.
Then
Okay.
she's walked away.
She said she was about to call somebody. She walked out of my eyesight, and I'm like, girl, you gotta stay right here. And then I didn't hear a response, so I got up and like peeked my head around the corner, and she wasn't in the salon anymore at all. And then I peeked at the steps. She was halfway up the steps, and mind you, it's nothing up the steps but the exit door. Like, it's no, nowhere else to go but to leave. So she almost up the steps, and then I started going up the steps, and right when she pushed her hand on the door, she broke running, like fast running.
And that's where this video picks up. A video over 70 million people on X have been talking about.
Really grabbed her ass and was like,
I'm not playing. You just tried to run. You lucky I beat the out you.
I did grab her by her hood, and I brought her back in the shop. And let me clarify this too, how she even got on the ground. It is steps, how I said it's steps. So like we was both coming down, and then something happened with our legs, and we both fell on the ground. It's just I got up.
The client stayed planted on the floor for a few seconds.
oh,
while
that's kind of.
Cunningham's other clients checks to see what's going on.
Now I'm like, what the because the whole time I thought I was about to get my payment. I honestly feel like whoever she was on the phone with told her to run out. Boom, that was like 20 minutes. Still no payment. I said again, I'm like, girl, let me take your hair out. Like, because I like at this point, I know I'm not about to get paid now. I'm like, just let me take your hair out. Let me take your hair out. She's like, no, I like my hair. You're not taking my hair out.
She then speaks to one of her family members on speakerphone.
She don't want me to take her hair out. She don't want to pay me. What the f***? No, bitch. Your whole face is going to be on this.
Yeah, she gonna find out when I get there.
I don't get no... I ain't finding out. Bro, I'm gonna call my uncle right now. Your ass get left here. Oh, that...
Then I heard like a banging at the door.
It was the police. But before she answered the door,
I told my other client, I'm like, go in my suite in my top drawer and get the scissors. I started walking towards her, and she's like, no, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't put your hands on me. I'm like, I'm not trying to put my hands on you. I'm not putting my hands on you. I'm getting this damn hair out. When I say I cut it as best as I could, because like she was moving, like she didn't stand and let me cut her hair, like she didn't want her hair taken out at all. So she was moving.
she says she never once threw a punch, but once she cut the girl's hair, she let her go and proceeded to answer the officer who was waiting outside.
So as a business owner, I know you're still young. There's ways to go about professionalism. Even going after someone with scissors is not necessarily
That is crazy.
appropriate in some people's eyes.
It is crazy, I'm not gonna lie.
You are conducting business. So when you hear that, I mean, going after someone with scissors, do you think that maybe you should maybe switch up how you conduct business and how you go about these practices?
As a business owner, yes. But I feel like in that moment, like I let the best get to me. But I do feel like I could have went.
I'm sure like is she like talking to Buddy right now? Or like is this on TikTok or something? But I see they okay.
Yeah, but the only way it would have went differently if I just would have let her, just leave without paying me. In that moment, I'm like, no.
Nah, I'm sure like
Up a short time later,
need
and
more money.
her that this was only a 15-year-old girl.
I never knew her age the whole time, and because I was seeing people say like I was picking on her because her age. I only did that because her age, because she was smaller than me. First of all, she was actually bigger than me, even though I am older. And the father, like, he was like pulling out a gun and stuff. He's like, I'm gonna be back.
She says no one has physically come back and assaulted her, but the young girl's sister, who's 9 months pregnant, did make a post on Instagram.
And my sister's embarrassed. She got up. She wanted to talk on the phone in private. Now, am I saying my sister should have got up and walked out? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not justifying that. But you gotta understand, she's 15. She's never been in a situation like this. What do y'all expect her to do? My sister started walking towards the steps because she was on the phone trying to figure out how to get the money to the stylist. In the midst of that, the stylist saw her walk out and began to start following her. At this point, it started scaring my little sister, so my sister started to walk. I'm not justifying the fact that she did that. Now, if she felt like my sister was about to run off, why couldn't she just lock the door? Why did you have to drag her? If my sister really wanted to run off, don't you think an Uber would be outside waiting, or somebody would be outside waiting on her? Nobody was there. My mother called the police. The police was there before my mother got there, so...
She also
You got a point there. I'm sure, like, if she wanted to run, somebody would have, you know what I'm saying, would have been out there. But then again, I don't know, bro. It's like, I ain't gonna lie. Somebody could have had the goddamn money, G. I ain't gonna lie. That's just an unfortunate convenience right there. I ain't gonna lie.
also says that later that night, Cunningham charged the card she had on file for that security deposit.
After all of this, after she dragged myself out, she cut myself here, she still charged my mother card, y'all. So for all of that, she could have just charged the card from the giddy up.
I do have a question for you. You
Okay.
have a card number on file.
Yes.
You knew that. Could you have just charged her the $150 after it was all said and done?
Yes, that's what I did, but it's like, I remember I told you I cut her hair. So that's why I refunded it.
Before you cut her hair, maybe
Yeah.
it could have been a good idea for you to be like, don't worry about cash apping me, I'll just charge the card that's on file.
Right, but with Acuity, that's the booking site. If somebody's card is locked, it's not going to go through. And I didn't even think it was locked or nothing. I genuinely thought she didn't have it. You get what I'm saying? That's why I didn't do it right in that moment. I'm like, if I can't get paid, you can't have the service.
What are you going to be doing differently moving forward?
Relocating to like a way more secure building. I feel like everybody, you have to send an ID. You know, the appointment have to match the ID. 18, you gotta be 18 or older to come alone. And that already been the case, because the sister tried to, you know, pull up my policy and say it take 13 plus. I start at 13 because, you know, like with the styles I do, ponytails, quick weaves and stuff, people like that, and especially for prom and graduation season. You know, it starts at 8th grade, but you have to be accompanied by an adult. That actually was already was the case, but it's like really enforced now.
If you had known that she was under 18, would you have acted differently?
Yes. I probably would have just called the police on my end and just, like, I don't know, like, get her arrested. I'm not sure.
I don't know. There's something about that. What y'all think? I don't know, bro. There's something about that we don't know about.
Honestly, don't know what I would have done, but it's like, I don't think I would have dragged her like that. It's like, Jayla, you're not a minor no more. Even though you was a couple months ago, you're literally not a minor no more.
She admits she reacted out of fear because 3 years ago, she says the same thing happened, but she was the 15-year-old back then and says that an adult woman neglected to pay her. The video has since been deleted on social media, but it did go viral. You can see her chasing her down before the woman threw a punch, and then they got to boop-bopping each other.
Because in that situation, the lady hit me first. It wasn't even like I attacked her. She hit me first. So I'm just, that's the only thing my mind went to when this happened again.
Despite Cunningham going about this situation much differently, it wasn't enough for her to go unscathed. The girl's family hired an attorney and filed second-degree assault charges against her. Their lawyers sitting down with the Fox News affiliate in Washington, D.C. last week.
The video is horrendous. It's a 15-year-old girl. We're talking about someone's child here, a child who is being dragged across a salon floor by her jacket for over something as simple as a mistake.
I'm getting death threats. Like, I'm getting so many threats, and people saying, yeah, I'm about to book an appointment with you, and I'm gonna run off and see what you do to me. And it's just like, this is why I don't want to be in this business in the first place.
Jayla Cunningham, she told me that she knows she's wrong and she learned a valuable lesson that day as a business owner, even sending that client an apology. She says she also refunded that $150 to the card on file. Later that night, she did charge that card just to see if it would go through, which it did. She has been issued a summons to appear in court on April 18th on second-degree assault charges, and of course, we'll let you know what happens. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter.
I don't know, bro. I feel like not to say if I was in this situation, I feel like if I was like the brother or something, and like I heard my sister getting drugged like that on some shit. First off, right? If it was already like a rule that if you're a minor, you have to be with, you know, somebody, you know, that's older or whatever, that right there should never even happen right there. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she shouldn't even been up in there by herself in the first place, if that was the case, right? But I'm going off what she said. So if that was the case, she should never even been in there in the first place, right? And then none of this would have never happened. But if it wasn't the case, then obviously it wasn't because she's in there, and then that would have that happened right there. And it's just like, bro, it's like, why wouldn't y'all not be with y'all kids, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know they finna go somewhere, why you not with them on some shit? Unless like they going out or something, and you know, cause it's still a kid. You feel what I'm saying? Like, would y'all let y'all kid go out? I mean, you said she 15, right? 15. That means she in the 10th grade, I believe. Maybe if she was like 11 or 12th grade, maybe, but 10th grade, bro, like, come on now. And even then, she probably in 9th grade. But it's like, bro, like, I don't know, G, that's crazy. And then 150? 150? That's kind of crazy, G. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That's kind of crazy. But my thoughts on it, they don't seem right, in my opinion. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. It seem kind of fishy. Like, some don't feel right. And I don't know what it is. Just something don't feel right about that. But you know what I'm saying? Maybe you guys will know. Hope you guys enjoyed that video though. You know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe and all that good stuff. And yeah, man. Y'all be easy. And y'all make sure y'all come pay me ready. I'm just playing, bro.